AC Guy 1948 here. My dad drug in a project. It's a 1950 8N Ford. Not in terrible shape. Engine's loose, we think. He kind of got it to move. Has oil in it. Smells old, but you know, it'll run on it. The wiring is kind of, it's been converted to 12 volt. It's kind of losing its coating on the outside. We'll see if that works. Previous owner said he put a new starter, 12 volt conversion, I guess new manifold, carburetor. So it's had a little bit of money thrown at it. But missing the fuel bowl. We're just going to hook a drop tank onto it. Hornet's still buzzing around here. There's quite a nest up in there. Just about got me earlier. Haven't checked the radiator yet. Might not be able to. That hood is very, that's the wrong cap for this. All right. Keep your secrets. Now we'll get in there and check it. Aftermarket oil pressure gauge, water temp. He's looking for a battery. We gotta have one that's small enough to fit in this thing. So we're going to hook a battery to it and see if she cranks. We think it's loose. He kind of got to turn. Trap door. Got hornets in the handle. Yeah, I saw one. There's one waiting under here to get me. Oh. There it is. Well, we're off to a rocky start on this thing. We tried to start her out and nothing. It's just like locked up. So we're gonna back these two bolts off. That's what holds this on. See if that makes any difference. Could be this thing's just too far forward and it needs shimmed back a little bit. All right, I'm gonna get up under there and change those spark plugs real quick, or take them out and put oil down the cylinders.
Everything Bart says no matter about this so far, he says it. Since you started off,
I didn't think to bring my tripod, so everything's just kind of done off my little handheld unit.
being you, oh, that thread's missing. Being if you don't bolt that together to test it, to try it, it'll come apart.
Ah, yeah.
Put a nut on both ends.
Right.
And I'll hold the starter together to try it. Okay.
Give it a test.
Keep going here.
Kicking on. Okay. Starter's good. We don't have much.
Let's see, it's turning.
So the Bindex isn't returning all the way is what we're finding out on this.
Yeah. Won't let the motor turn over. engaged all the time.
Well, I kind of missed it, but you push in on it and you can get that pin out.
That's what I was trying to do. That's what I usually do. But I'm trying to figure out why this is not going together. I got it coming.
Yep.
Okay, there's
There
that.
goes.
There's that, goes that way. The shim on top there. Washer. No.
Spring washer.
Yeah. Whoa. Spring.
A little spring in it.
Okay.
Went all the way up that time.
It goes in there. I don't understand. So that's like on it in there. Either way. I wonder if they got that piece upside down.
Might be trying to go backwards.
No, it's the same one. Let's see. That came out. No, they let go one. Man, I wish they had the old starter off this thing. I'm thinking it's supposed to be on that second one. Maybe they don't slip past there. Okay. Okay, now we put washer, spring. Can you see that?
Yeah, I got you.
Now we got to put our clip back in there. Sometimes I end up popping back in there. Okay, clips back in. Your ratchet.
Yep. Got
Okay.
the ratchet going.
Putting her back in. Washer here. Long bolt for a press. You gotta tap it to get back over the spring. The spring's a little tight now. Okay. Okay. So I'll drop that back in.
Clip.
The snap ring. Okay, it's all like a snap in there. Make sure it's all in there good. Okay. Back together. That's what I use to press it.
One long bolt.
Old carriage bolt. Got the good threads and nuts turn easy onto it. It's not tore up. That goes back on to our shaft.
All right. Took this little pipe here and put it over the end of that, put it in the vise and squeezed it together. The other end. Was able to squeeze it together and get that pin started. Yeah, like that.
Put it in a vise and squeeze it, put the pin in.
Slide it on like that. Get that pin drove in.
Catch or not. Okay, pin won't come out.
Alright, it's in place.
Okay, let's try their trick.
Okay.
This is wrong. Is what they.
Yeah, that's not how that's supposed to be. It's all supposed to be up together.
Someone's pulled it apart. That's the whole starter problem. We finally figured it out.
Yep.
And it made it so it's.
It worked. We just didn't notice that it came back up.
Okay,
But if it goes past there, you got to hit this motor on. I'll link another guy's video that explains it a little bit better. But you got to get it spinning and come on the back of it with the screwdriver and pop it forward.
And one of the biggest problems was the starter was locking up.
The starter was locked up on it. Okay.
It locked the motor up when you put the starter back in.
So now we're going to go ahead and disassemble that and put it back on the tractor and see if it cranks over. Well, by disassemble we meant take the nuts off so we can put it back in there.
Good.
Get on the back of the... Hey!
All righty.
ready.
There she goes. So we're getting all the connections cleaned up on the wires and everything. Next thing will be to clean the points because they're probably going to need it. All right, we're going to pop the cap and see what the points look like. Looks pretty good in there. That rotor looks pretty nice. Yeah, we'll hit it with them. Well, no, I can't see the phone. You're all right.
Move it. Let's see. Looks like they got a little bit of corrosion on them.
Yep. Emery cloth. Oh, you're putting the rotor back on. All right. Well, we found a fuel tank. We're gonna get some wire, I guess, and strap her up. Carburetor's right there. And if it decides to spill, we'll get gas all over the exhaust. Getting the tank all ready to go. Had to blow a mud dauber's nest line out of it, huh? New carb on it, yep. Yeah, we didn't put that on there. So there's the setup. Just wrap it around the air breather and should gravity feed down into it. Alright. Alright, we're out. Out of gear.
See if he's getting these fork.
Well, where's the screwdriver at? Ready? Alright, she'll run.
Try starting her again. Go ahead.
Got oil pressure.
Okay, need the carburetor to go.
Cool.
Pushes around.
She's a runner. didn't like that.
Just not getting enough fuel.
As you can see, it's kind of wanting to run. We're having a fuel issue. We've been through the carb a couple times. That's supposedly a new carb. It looks nice inside, but it just isn't wanting to work. So we're going to go ahead and pull start it. It runs, and it sounds like it runs really good, but it just won't stay running. So we're going to try pull starting it and see where that gets us. If not, we might put this up for sale real quick. So this might be the last video on this thing. It's just one of those things. Day number 3 on the 8N Ford. We went ahead and just bought a whole nother carburetor. It came with a filter and a bowl and studs and a whole 9 yards for like, I think it was 30 bucks or something. This here had a pretty new looking carb on it, but we couldn't get it to run. So it would start and die, start and die. It was like starving for fuel. So we just decided it'd be easier just put a whole new carb on it. Also got a set of points and condensers. Gonna throw a new set of them in there. And hopefully we'll have this thing up and running today. So we're gonna go ahead and start taking this carb apart. Find the right size for it. 1/2 inch. Be difficult. Nuts off there. Now you just pop your linkages out real easy. You can take your fuel line off. Flathead screwdriver here and undo that. And if there was any fuel in it, which there is not, we thought there was, okay. Well, I guess that's a good thing though. There's our nuts and our carb. Now we'll get into the box and look at what we got. Let's see what the new carburetor came with. Here it is compared to the old one, which might actually be a newer one. Got like a bigger adjustment for sure on top. So here's everything it came with. Little fuel filter, a adapter for the end here, but that's not going to work for what we're doing for your fuel line. We're going to reuse this one so we can go to our rubber hose, which is kind of weird because this here is rubber to rubber. And yeah, new gaskets. We got 3 different size gaskets, or is it all the same size, and they just gave us 3 of them. What do I need 3 of these for? Not totally sure. No, there's nothing above this. So anyway, carburetor's pretty close to similar. Screw our little studs in. One side is coarse and the other one is fine. I don't know if you noticed that. Coarse goes into the carburetor. Then you got your normal nuts that go on top. Boy, this thing weighs nothing. This one's, well, it's probably got fuel in it, but it weighs a lot more. That's not fuel. That's got a little more weight to it. That must be steel. Yeah, this is like an aluminum. That's a steel one. Something interesting about this, it is actually a lock nut. So you gotta start at the bottom, otherwise you'll never get started on there. but I was not expecting that. So we got lock nuts. Next we're going to take this fuel adapter off. And drop it on the ground and never find it again. Crisis averted. We found it. So we'll go ahead and not drop this and screw it in where it belongs. Take the plug out. Boy, that's a very, I guess you'd want it to be a very tight fit. I have to look and see. I think we had it kind of angled this way, if I remember correctly. There we go, like that. That'll work it. Now we're just going to throw our gasket on there and then put it back on the tractor. I'm going to put this back into place. Just make sure your gasket's on there. These are lock nuts, so you got to make sure the thread is down, otherwise you'll never get it started on there. They're also going to be kind of a pain to screw into place. Then the choke. Being a bit of a pain here. There it goes. Now they're both in, and we're ready to hook our fuel line up, tighten it down, and we'll be good to go. Next will be the points.
You need magnetic screwdrivers. Take the screws and just rub them across the bottom of a magnet. It'll kind of magnetize you. Should magnetize. So anyways, pop your clips loose. Pull your rotor off. Find an old wrench here laying in the shed. Take the bolts loose and the nut loose on points. Condenser. to get the motor, point of condenser here right on the top of the cam. Open it up, get it to 25 thousandths. Are you hooked up?
No, not yet.
Go through the hole here, timing hole, and you can turn the flywheel back and forth a little bit. Okay, you know about the center of the cam? Contacts a little bit here. Sandpaper works better. Wipe off inside. Scrape a little bit, make sure you get a little contact on here. Look at your old condenser, line it up the same way. Go the same direction. Put your clamp on there. Okay, the other one side so you don't put the wrong one back in. Oops. Okay, get your points. They have a little grease in the container here. You're supposed to grease your points, they say. Tab that. You can grease your cam. You can put it right here on the lip. Put a little grease on the cam. It's easy to get to. I just like to put a little grease on the cam myself. These will burn the contact, the fiberboard piece from wearing out. A little contact there wears out otherwise. The wire goes in the distributor wire. This distributor you can get at a little easier to screw, so you don't have to have a magnetic screwdriver. It's always good. If you do drop something, take the screw back up. Get it loose for the moment. There's your condenser. a pair of pliers and squeeze that together a little better. Screw your little nut on. Start on just to wire it back into place. Shut down. A little ignition wrench and tighten her up. Tighten down your screw for your condenser. I've got to check the gap, which it has to be 25 thousandths. Okay, the gap between the points has to be 25 thousandths. That's it. There's a little tab in there where you can hook your screwdriver into the end of the points. Stretch that out for you.
Yeah, they just,
Yeah, shut it out.
that will work.
Kind of moved in on me. That's my button. Try it close. Gotta tighten this end one here. Okay, check it again. Yeah, it isn't drags through there, so it'll be all right. Get the top screw tight. Hopefully it stayed there. That's good. After you put your points in there, there's a little tab in here you can stick your screwdriver in. That's against the cam. You need, that's on the lobe sticking all the way out. Up against there, you need to press that in where you have 25 thousandths off this filler gauge. These filler gauges have, this is an old one, 15, 10, 20, on up. You know, this needs to be 25 thousandths here. Between there are the contacts. When that's in there, you need to tighten the screws down tight. You snug them up, and you can use this little adjustment cam here with the screwdriver to move it in or out. Hook up the screwdriver and tighten up at 25 thousandths, and then you should be ready to go.
Well, now we got spark, we got new points, we got a new carb. Let's see if it'll fire up.
You know, I tighten that oil gauge up a little bit.
Okay, let's see if she'll go. Pressure, she's a runner. Find a higher gear. Nope, that's reverse. This here big bump. A really good running little tractor. Brakes work. What a good little unit.
Hold up, Joe. Park it, park it. Shut it off. Well, I don't know how much fuel is in it. I only put a gallon in there every day. What's
Gauge isn't even reading. So as you can hear, we got it running really good. I'd say this is a success. We ended up finding headlights for it. Previous owner had them, they dropped them off. This is a win. I think that's going to do it for the video on this 19, what we say it was, 50, 51, 8-in Ford. Good running little unit. Definitely fun to ride around on. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this, stay tuned for more. Be sure to hit subscribe. We'll be doing more projects like this as time goes on for sure. This one was kind of a long, in-depth process because of how everything happened. Had to order parts and wait on them. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching and have a great day.